Today on the podcast, we're going to talk about the Miami Dolphins coach's resignation, the Lakers and Kings showing unity in a preseason game, and hopefully get to some MLB playoff stuff and talk about the D-backs and their coach getting fined for wearing an Apple Watch.
Wow.
Really? An Apple Watch?
Yes.
I mean, what happened? I mean, I don't know if that you want that to be the first topic, but I'm just curious.
Why not? So,
What was that? What?
I don't know. This is the Allegedly Sports Podcast with Humna and Tyler, and Zach is going to join us today
Yep.
because he's got nothing better to do.
Yep. That describes my life.
His grandpa is going nuts and trying to buy a gun.
Knuckin' futz.
He doesn't work today. He doesn't have a cat at home because his brother's allergic.
We got a kitty.
Is your mic on?
I don't know. That's what I was trying to
Is it?
Oh, turn
it's
around.
Backwards.
Turn around.
That's why.
That's why.
Turn the.
No.
You have to. Okay, I'll do it. Do it.
All right. Well, I'm here today. I hope I'm a nice addition to this podcast. I'm not really to be talking too much, but I'm here. Yeah. Okay. We hear it. I hear it.
Just want to make sure.
Okay, you want to announce that again?
We got a kitty.
Yeah, we got a cat, kitten.
You know what's the name of it?
Fireball. Like the
Yeah.
song.
Full name is Fireball.
Wait, what
Freddy-
song?
Oh.
Fireball.
By who?
Pitbull.
Oh, okay. Never mind. No, there's another song that I know
Oh.
by Deep Purple.
Oh.
Deep Purple?
Yeah, it's the people who made what's the name of it? It's a song that with the famous riff. Bum 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 ba. I can't think of the name of it. Oh, Smoke on the Water.
Okay. Yeah, we got a kitten. Really, I wasn't supposed to be in our lives until at least Thursday. At the very least Thursday. But Humna pushed it out of me. I was going to surprise her with getting a cat for our anniversary. But we decided to go get one yesterday. But it's kind of good because we don't know if that little kitty would have been there on Thursday. That thing's really cute.
You saw that couple that came in after us and
Yeah.
wanted them.
When we were in the process of adopting, there was a couple that wanted to see the cat in the cage above Fireball and to the left of Fireball. And they both point out, oh, this kitty's so cute. I'm like, why do you want to see those cats? This one's really cute. But that's our cat now, so they couldn't eat. If they would have been if the trainer would have came in and picked that cat out for them, I'd be like, whoa, nope, that's ours now.
How many
Stay.
months old is it? Says it like 2 or 3.
It's 2 months and 2 months and 21 days or something.
Wow.
It's 3 months. October 19th.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's less than 3 months old. I think they had to get they got him microchipped yesterday. Microchipped. It was already up on its shots. It can't get neutered yet. But we don't think we're going to neuter our cat. At least that's the plan.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is the adoption fee was $82. And then they hold a $50 deposit so that you come, because they want you to neuter your cat. That's the whole thing now. They want you to spay and neuter your animals. So they're not having a bunch of rescue animals. And so, the dog and cat population is under control and there's not a bunch of strays everywhere. I was looking for the word strays. That's probably why it sounded really weird.
Yeah.
And that was also one of the questions on the application. How do you feel about spaying and neutering? And I was like, well, obviously say yes because that's what they're looking for. Because that's part of the adoption fee. But if I imagine it, what I imagine is because the $50 we put down was So we come back and neuter the cat, and once we do that, they'll give us the $50 back. It's like a security deposit on neutering your cat.
Yeah.
But we don't think, so we're probably just going to end up paying that $50 extra.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys mentioned this on the podcast or it's just whatever, but she said that you were giving her hints about it for the anniversary, but
Well,
you ended up just giving it away.
Because
What were the hints? I'm just curious what the hints were.
Well, okay, so the gift, there's still a part of her gift that she hasn't gotten yet. And that the first thing I told her was her gift is 3 parts, but they're not related.
Right, but his gift is 3 parts and they're all related.
So, and then I think the next one I told her it was a bullcrap one, but I could have.
Well, what were they? Do you remember what you said?
The first one I told her was it's round. Yeah.
So I was thinking
that was for the cat?
I was thinking a ring or something.
What the fuck?
Yeah, because when it sleeps, it lays on its side and it's kind of round.
No.
He's cute.
He was kind of like crescent when he was laying on me.
Yeah, crescent. That's almost a circle.
Like cupped under my boot.
It's like a circle.
Okay.
And then it was getting really hard because when I realized that I was getting her the cat, I was like, how can I give her hints without giving away that it's an animal, you know? Because I didn't really want to let her know that it was an animal because I knew she would have known. Even though she would have told herself, oh, we're getting, because she kept saying out loud to me, oh, we're probably just getting fish. And then she was like trying to be excited about it, but I knew she was hoping it was a cat. So finally I had this whole idea on how I was going to present because I wasn't going to get her the cat because I wanted her to be there to pick it out.
Yeah.
So I was just going to tell her we can get a cat and you can pick it out. Even though surprising her with one would have been cool too, but I want to make sure I got her the right one.
I mean, the way he ended up telling me was still cute.
Even though, because the way I was going to tell her is I was going to buy her a stuffed animal cat that she wants.
Yeah.
And then I was going to attach a note to it that said,
You can still buy me that stuffed animal.
I probably will. That said, happy 6 months, happy 6-month anniversary. Here's a stuffed cat. Now let's go get a real one.
Yeah.
And then I would have liked to see her reaction. But the animal that I ended up attaching it to was a bat.
Now, when he first got me the bat, he thought it was a cat. So.
What?
She said something from a dance. So it was still kind of like an inside joke because when he got me that stuffed bat, he accidentally said cat.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's a cat with wings. And I was like, wait, this is a bat. Because the ears, it looked like a cat. It honestly looked like a cat. Thought it was a cat with wings. But then I realized it was like Halloween. So I was like, bats.
You should have, for your hint, you should have just said, I'm giving you a present and there's a lot of shit involved. Like, literally. Because you're going to be cleaning up this fucking thing shit for the rest of its life. In a litter
you
box.
do that with dogs.
Yeah,
you literally have to get a bag, put your hand in it, and bend over in public.
I'm not going against that. I'm just saying.
Actually,
you
Zach
just said
Zach doesn't do that.
No, yes,
Zach
I do.
Zach
yes,
has
I
taught
do.
his dog to
yes,
run.
I fucking knew.
I still have a headache.
All right. Steve's not here. There's no reason to go.
Okay, but look, I want to clarify because that is totally fucking exaggerated. First off, I did not train my dog. My dog learned it on her own.
He trained his dog to run.
Okay, well, what would happen is I would take my dog on a walk, and she would shit, and then she would look at me, and then I'd give her to go, and we would run.
Yeah, you would initiate.
Yes.
That's training.
But I don't do that anymore. I haven't done that for like maybe the last 2 or 3 years.
2 or 3 days.
Years.
I'm not gonna lie. There are I know the time and place to do it. Usually it's at night because mostly I can't see it. Like,
yeah.
When they shit, I have to. If I want to pick it up at night, I have to watch them the whole time, so I can walk to that exact location.
Yeah.
At night, I usually don't. If I'm in a hurry, I don't. Otherwise, I usually do.
Yeah.
I do feel like karma will come back and hit me some way.
Well, see, that's why I started
You're gonna
doing
get a bag of fire shit on the door?
No, I just feel like a cop's gonna drive past once
That's
and notice
what
me.
did it. cop didn't fucking say nothing, but right when she did it, a cop turned right on the fucking street, and I was about to do the run and whatever the fuck, like shit and run, and but then I realized, oh wait, I do have a bag on me, because like that was the ruse. Like I carried 2 bags with me.
And then there's some times where I run out of bags. Like I forget to switch because we have one of those little bag carriers. Like I forget to put a new roll in there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I can't. And I literally like say out loud, I look around to anybody who's watching me. I'm like, I can't. I have no bags.
Yeah. But that's what did it. And I was like, yeah. But also the whole karma thing, I don't really believe in it necessarily. But I feel like if you do good stuff, I feel like even if there isn't a God. Yeah, I do. Totally.
You don't believe in karma.
No, I said I kind of do, kind of don't. Like, my whole thing is I think the universe is something that is almost alive and it works in its own ways. Mm. And I just feel like if you do good stuff, maybe,
Babe.
What?
Where's the sports at?
Well,
yeah, I was about to mention maybe we should go to one
as
of the
we were I was about to continue that conversation, but I'll stop. I was like, if I continue, I'm just going to make this a whole separate thing. Like, yeah. I'll put it at the end.
I was literally going to mention the same thing.
Okay, back to sports.
So who did coke?
See, okay, so in every I read like 6. Oh, hi. Look.
What?
It's our SOS teacher.
Oh. Now she's going to listen to this, and we're fucked. We don't have anything on the board, right? Yeah, we're good. Okay.
Yeah, that's the one day we probably missed out. That's good.
You know her feet is hurting.
Oh, shit.
Look at how she's walking. She's walking like stick legs.
Yeah.
She's like lifting straight up and putting straight down. Not even bent.
Shit hurts.
Well, fuck her for doing that.
Dude, honestly, I thought like all of our class, or not all of our, but like
Hey, you were telling me about coke, guy.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Okay, so I read like 7 different sources on this, and each one, none of them, only one of them said it was like something that looked like cocaine.
Cocaine.
Everybody else said a white substance.
Yeah.
Like none of them would even like go out there and like push that it was probably coke. They all said a white substance. And now that's good journalism because nobody's assuming. Yeah. Like usually they are. It's just the one thing I noticed the whole time. I was like, this is weird that like all these different sources are like none of them would even imply.
Was he really doing coke?
Okay, so
he did resign, right?
Yes. The
That's
video
if
you haven't seen the video, it's like less than a minute long. It's him snorting 3 lines of a white substance presumed to be coke.
Yeah. And
he's talking to the camera for a woman. The person who posted on Facebook is a Las Vegas-based model. I don't know how to say her name. I don't know how to say her name. But she said he posted it to confess his love for her, which I thought was weird.
That sounds like a cokey kind of thought.
Well, he was snorting coke, 3 lines with a $20 bill.
You know what I'm saying?
With a $20 bill. And he said I guess he was going to a meeting. Now I don't know if it was like
he was going to a meeting,
meeting, or if he like I took it as like an AA meeting or like like an addiction meeting,
Yeah.
Because I don't know, that's how I saw it. Because I guess I just connected the drugs with the weird meeting.
But when I hear meeting, I mean I feel like. Was he going to a meeting about sports, or was this just something?
I don't know if it was like a coaches meeting.
Because then wouldn't that get other coaches in trouble?
No, because they didn't know about it.
No, but if they were there.
What do you mean if they were there?
Like if they were there when he snorted
room, if they were in the room while he's doing it.
Oh no, nobody was in the room. There was no, or at least nobody else looked like they were in the room. I don't think he would do. If you watch the video, I don't think he would do this in front of another person.
Yeah. Okay. No, I was just wondering because then like if they were there.
Because he's like, oh, do you like when I do this? I'm about to go to a meeting. How do you think about this right before I'm about to go to a meeting? And then he said something about her vagina. He's like, would you like it if I did this? off
Yeah.
of your vajayjay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his
Nasty.
I know it is. It really is. Like
Joey Diaz talked about that all the time.
he's a nasty guy. He looks like a nasty guy. Like, oh,
What happened?
that was an advertisement.
Oh.
Like, just look at his face right here. Look at his face.
I mean, he looks. You know what he looks like? He looks like the dad from American
He's
Beauty.
a perv.
Yeah. No, he looks like a shitbag.
But in his apology, he basically admitted guilt. Like he
Yeah.
said, oh.
If he resigned, I'm pretty sure he's
Like
guilty
he
as fuck.
resigned.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm sorry to everybody." Like there was, you know how they'll be like they'll deny that they did this when even if a video pops up, it'll be like distorted. Like this one, he was completely fucked. You could see his face full on. There was no denying this. He apologized. He's like, "I apologize to everybody," like he normally would, like any person who does this type of thing would. And he said, "I'm going to receive help." So he basically admitted that he did it.
Yeah.
And
Question is he about to drop this so-called model he was doing it for?
I don't think the model even won any. I don't think the model wanted
No.
him at all.
No,
I don't think so either.
This was totally. He was in a coked out
This
state.
was a setup.
And this is a fucked up video that he made, and he wasn't thinking
That
straight.
he probably had some right before then, because any straight thing.
Oh no, totally.
Mind is like if you're in such a position such as the NFL, and you're gonna send a video like this to somebody else, it's gonna get out eventually.
People who do coke, they don't just do it one time during the day.
Yeah.
It's almost like you know, it's like someone bringing around a thermos of coffee with them. They're just gonna keep taking sips off of it
Yeah.
as they go throughout the day. And
Right.
he was totally already wired,
Well,
without a doubt.
one source. Well, we don't. It's not known when this video was filmed, but they say it looks like it happened during his time, like with the Dolphins, within the past, like recently,
Yeah.
and it looks like it happened like on their facility grounds. Like it looks like it happened in his office.
Ooh.
I mean, he's already gone, you know,
That's
so it
not
doesn't.
good.
But still, I mean, he's probably never getting another job.
No, he's probably gonna be blackballed now.
He
because of
shouldn't get
that.
another job if he's doing coke and team facilities like that's. I don't trust a guy like that.
No.
I don't trust a coke addict at all.
I don't trust her lips.
Is she Asian?
Mm-hmm.
She looks Asian.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Ew.
What? Are they just really tiny?
No, they're really big.
Oh.
Uh,
Got the Chloe thing going on.
Mm.
I got an everybody thing going on. Oh, no, I'm not going to talk about that. That's not sports related. I'll just mention, apparently there's 3 Kardashians pregnant right now.
Mm-hmm.
Even is a mom pregnant too?
No.
No. Who? Kim and
Kylie, Chloe, and Courtney.
Damn. Getting that dick.
I know, right?
Well, whatever. I mean, if they want to sling dick, you know, I mean, fuck it. You know, they have a lot of money. Let them do what they want.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Mostly basketball players and black people.
As long as they have money and they can
Hey,
support these
as long
children.
as they're making cute ass mixed babies, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if they have the money to support them, I mean, fucking A, let it.
Well, of course. Of
Let it
course
be.
they have the money to support it.
Next story.
Next story.
See, you guys, this is why Zach isn't on. He gets us distracted.
I get so distracted or he gets so
No,
distracted?
you gets us distracted.
Oh, okay.
Actually, that is the first story that I had on my list. I had another one, but I crossed it out. We're going to talk about that.
So, yeah, I like how people look here and nobody like smiles, and I feel weird because I want to smile, but then it's like, fuck you. You don't want to smile at me. I'm not going to smile at you.
Smile. So, 2 days ago, the Lakers and the Kings had a game in Las Vegas at the T-Mobile Arena, and when I first saw it, I thought it was like, I didn't know it was in Las Vegas that this happened, so I thought it was a show of unity between two teams for like the whole national anthem thing, and like Magic Johnson was speaking out, and I thought it was about the national anthem and like Magic Johnson trying to tell people like, you know, let's be good, let's do this right, and I was like, yeah, that's the right. They stood with their arms locked, standing up, and you know, I was like, okay, this looks really good. But then I found out it was in Las Vegas, and Magic Johnson was preaching to everybody in the arena, you know, about how we need to fight evil and we need to do this no matter who we are. And basically he was uniting everybody in Las Vegas because, that's where it was. And I don't know if they were originally planned to play in Las Vegas or if they decided to play there.
They're doing it now because of the shooting.
Right. But I just thought that I watched the whole thing, and the owners from each team came down. They invited some families of the victims to stand with them on the court, and everybody in the arena took a moment of silence while the team stood there and locked arms together, each team. And I just thought that was, even if it wasn't about the national anthem, I thought it was a good way to show unity. Like, that's a way you bring sports and unity together, when you have all of this going on in sports with the national anthem. You put two teams side by side standing together, and then you bring the owners down to the floor and you put them with the families of the victims, and it might just look like a nice picture. But I think it was sincere. And Magic Johnson, a lot of people hate him. Like, they think he's just kind of like into himself, and he's not. He's just got money to do things, because he has, I believe he still has stake in the Los Angeles Dodgers, but he's a Lakers executive. Like, he has part ownership of a baseball team while he's an executive of a whole nother team, which was weird because Phil Jackson, the Lakers owner right now, their majority owner, is the wife or the girlfriend of the former Knicks president. I didn't know you could do that. Like you're a couple and one is responsible for one team and the other is responsible for a whole nother team. That's really weird.
Well, it's like, what are you going to do?
I know, but it's weird. It's
just because, somebody works for fucking, Comcast doesn't mean they can't marry someone that works for fucking...
Yeah, but this is a competitive league.
I get it.
There's no cheating in TV companies.
I know, but I'm just saying, they're not going to make them quit their job just because they got married.
Well, I know that.
It's not going to fucking happen.
I know that.
It's going to look bad for the fucking industry, too, if they make them do that.
Well, it's going to look bad if something happens. And then they're going to say, well, why didn't you restrict this? Yeah, I saw that. But we don't have any rocks. Oh, that's nice. But that was just a quick little shout out to Vegas.
I'm just gonna say,
and the Lakers.
This fucking blonde chick over here has been like going back and forth from just standing around to like trying to sit in that chair and whatever, and she just hasn't sat the fuck down. And it's really pissing me off.
She just kind of like.
No, I don't know what the fuck she's doing.
She's just kind of moping around.
Yeah, but no, for a while she was like, I'm gonna maybe sit here. No. I don't know what the fuck. It's bothering me.
Why don't you go out there and say something? Sit her ass down.
No, fucking get Butterball. I'll tell her, you can't stand here. You can't stand here because my fucking arthritis prevents me from fucking walking around. I hate myself. Oh,
Next
she looked
story.
right in here. Fucking sit down.
Oh, wait, time out. Did Trump complain about them doing that, like linking arms?
No, he didn't say anything. I don't think it was really that covered. Like, I really don't.
What is your whole take on what the NFL is doing with all these players doing this shit?
Well, we talked about it a couple weeks ago. I think you have the right to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You have the right. Okay. You have the right to do whatever you want. Now, it doesn't mean you should do it. I don't think kneeling is the right thing to do. But I'm okay with you doing that. I think you should stand, and if you want to lock arms, or you want to hold each other's hands, or you want to put your hands on each other's shoulders, that's a good way of doing it. But if you're gonna there was a player that stretched during the national anthem. There's teams that stayed in the locker room. I think that's total bullshit. Now, that's disrespect.
No, yeah, straight up.
That's disrespect to the person singing the national anthem. That's disrespectful to fans paying attention. That's disrespectful to everybody on the field who's paying attention except for you.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to stay in the locker room and just totally, dip on the person performing for you, if I was that person performing, I'd want to see both teams there watching me.
Yeah.
Like, I think that'd be cool as hell. Like, but then you're like, if you're that person where the team was in the locker room, you're like, oh yeah, I performed at this game, but one of the teams wasn't even out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bullshit. But I mean, if they want to kneel, they can kneel. It pisses me off more when they're just
really disrespectful.
when they're really going out of their way to be like, fuck this.
Because, I'm not a person of, like, pride for this country. I mean, if anything, I'd really want to see everything just go into flames and it's over. But, at the same time, if we're still going to be here, we're still alive, I still think you should respect, not even if you don't respect the country, respect that there's fucking, people our age that are like 18, 19, 20 and fucking out there fighting for this fucking country. And then you're going to go out there, and while we have a song that's dedicated for those people and dedicated just for the country in general, and you're going to fucking be disrespectful about it, it's like, the fuck are you actually doing? That's more of more for themselves. It's not even really a message at that point.
Right.
They're just being fucking assholes.
Well, there's a couple points. They think, media says, or people on the left or on the right, they say, oh, well, players are just doing it because Trump doesn't want them to do it.
Yeah.
So when you don't want someone to do something, they usually go ahead and do it if they don't like you, Yeah. And that's what is happening with Trump, because after Trump spoke out about this, it wasn't just players doing it. It was like pop culture was doing it. Like actors and actresses and singers and all around Hollywood was just doing it.
And you just know that, like, probably like 5 years from now, they're going to make some shitty fucking movie dedicated to this, and they're going to over-exaggerate and make all the fucking Republicans that are talking about this look evil. They're going to make Trump, fucking just, like, in his office just going, just, like, freaking out about it, And it's just going to be like, oh, these guys are, the next generation of free speech, and meanwhile, like, everybody who's on their side, is ultimately not really for free speech.
You should... It shows division, in my opinion, to kneel. Like, the normal is to stand. So if you're going to kneel, you're showing division from you and everybody else standing, because you're now in the minority. And then, I think...
We can totally hear you breathing, Zach.
Oh, you can?
I think
Sorry.
if you stand and lock arms, that shows more unity, because you're arm in arm with the next person. Now, I know you can be kneeling next to somebody else, but like arm in arm just connects you. Like, it literally connects you.
Yeah.
And that's what unity is. When you're kneeling, you're dividing yourself from everybody that's standing because you're in the minority. It's not the other way around. They're not in the minority because the normal is to stand.
Yeah.
So I think it's their right, but it's not morally right. But it's a cycle. It's a weird cycle, because, people are saying it's because of these soldiers that are letting you play football, a game, for a living. But at the same time, the military, people have spoken out from the military on both sides saying, look, I'm fighting for their right to do this, though.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fighting for them to play a game, and you might see this as childish, so you probably shouldn't do that because it disrespects me. But actually, I'm fighting for their right to do this if they want to. So it's a weird revolving circle of, like, saying you shouldn't because it disrespects the soldiers, but the soldiers saying, no, I'm fighting just so they can do this. Like, they're allowed to do this.
Yeah.
Because I'm fighting for their free speech.
That's true, but it's still disrespectful.
No, I think it's still bullshit. I still think they shouldn't do it.
I mean, it's like, they can even say that about one of those football players going up to a soldier and giving him the finger. It doesn't mean it's right that he did that.
Right.
He's allowed to, but it's not right.
Yeah, well, I thought giving the finger was like an act of, like, not assault, because it's not really assault. I was going to say a hate crime, but it's not a hate crime. because it's not towards religious or
I know what I'm
sexual.
saying. Like a soldier could say, like, "Oh, this is fine. Like I'm giving him the right to do this. You know, I'm serving my country." Da 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 da.
But it's like,
you know,
you're giving him the right to do this, but it doesn't, like, there are bad things that come out of being free to do things.
yeah,
Like, you could say some stupid shit because you have the right to free speech.
yeah.
Like, I don't want to support, I don't know. That's all. But, yeah.
And I think like probably like 3 years ago or 4 years ago, I probably would have been on the side of the football players, but now no, I don't think. I think absolutely what they're doing now is just disrespectful.
Well, the numbers don't
Being a piece of
lie.
shit.
The amount of people, it went up after Trump spoke out about it.
I'm sure
it went
did.
up like a shit ton in the amount of players that were doing it, and that just goes to show that they're not really doing it because they believe in it. They're doing
Yeah.
it because they don't like the president of the United States.
and I understand, like, Stephen Colbert and all these fucking people that are making jokes about him and all that shit. Because Donald Trump, he's almost like, he's like Reagan in the sense that he's an actor that turned president, but then he's also a nutbag who definitely goes against the norm. And you can respect the fact that he does speak his mind on a lot of stuff and he calls out a lot of people. But at the same time, I feel like people just disrespect him because he's not super knowledgeable about any of this.
No.
I mean, he's probably he's probably, in the sense of what he knows and what he doesn't know and what he was prepared for, he's probably one of the worst presidents in that aspect.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he hasn't done anything super horrible or super good, but I just think I understand why most liberals are they're disowning him. They don't think he's necessarily at all good for the job, but I still think that he's the president.
But it's not just him.
Yeah.
He's not running the whole goddamn show.
100%.
And that's what I don't like. If you're not going to talk to him, talk to the people he appointed.
Yeah.
Because it's not, I mean, not all of them, you got Ben Carson. Is he still doing the House development, agriculture shit?
I don't know.
Like, okay, you put
he
Ben
talks
Carson.
about pyramids.
Now some of them might not be good fits, but I'm sure there's a lot of qualified people in their positions, and there's a lot of positions that he isn't even appointed because there's like thousands of them.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, it's hard to appoint everybody. But that means there's a lot. You don't have. I mean, you have to work with them. But he has resources that you can talk to still.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they all know that he's a crazy whack. But they still have to work for him, and that's why they're there, so they can give input. Because I'm sure his secretaries to whatever department have more decision or can lean Donald Trump in a way because they probably know a little bit more than him.
Yeah.
But that's...
It's even more annoying, too? Like, people that are actors and shit, that they act like they know more than he does. And I guarantee with his time in office at this point, and they're younger than him, I mean, they've experienced less than him, I guarantee they don't know shit that he knows.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like, he's not... He's
not retarded.
He's not. He just talks a lot.
Yeah. Like I said, he has a tendency to just say what's on his mind.
Yeah, and people think he's being himself. You want people to be yourself, right?
Yeah, and I mean,
we haven't died yet.
No, and look, we have a president that he is a douche.
Yeah,
but he's our president,
and we're closer. We are high-fiving North Korea more than ever. But we haven't started anything with North Korea.
And plus, he's allegedly making our military better and better.
Yeah.
Allegedly. And, that makes us feel safer. I know a lot of people don't like, us spending more and more money on guns and tanks and all that other shit and drones. But either way, we have...
But that's what protects us.
Yeah, exactly. And
everybody's like, let's start paying it for... the environment. Well, the environment's already going to shit, so let's just let it go to shit.
It doesn't matter how much debt we're in at this point. America is the top of we're king of the hill.
Still.
It doesn't matter. Everybody still wants to move here.
It's going to take a literal Great Depression 2.0.
I mean, I guarantee you half of ISIS, maybe even more, if you said, hey, if you just quit this whole ISIS bullshit and come move in America, we'll give you a full citizenship, they would probably be like, okay, fine, I'm done. I guarantee it. Because if they had the opportunity to start their life over and not be in a war where they know they're going to fucking lose.
I wouldn't bring them here.
I know, but I'm saying if they got that option, they would totally ditch ISIS. They'd be done.
Yeah, but I don't think the government would let them.
No, I'm saying just in general.
I get it.
You know, it's totally out there. I'm just saying that they would totally ditch this fucking fake-ass militia. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They ain't got dick. They ain't got dick. But you know what I mean? But
you think you can take them down on your own?
ISIS?
Yeah.
Yeah, just give me a bat. I'll go out there. I'll fucking after I'm done with them, I'll have to join the MOB. They'll fucking see my footage and be like, yeah, we got a slugger over here.
Look at all those heads.
Yeah, that's a homer. But all right, we got so far off topic now. I don't know what I'm saying.
No, we're done now.
We're done? You're over?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. It's only 40-something minutes.
Yeah, we're at 36.
Oh, okay. Well, it was
for,
fun.
Thanks for listening to the Allegedly Sports Podcast / the Alleged Podcast, because this was kind of both.
Yeah. It was a good podcast, though. We got through a lot.
You're blacklisted from this one.
All right. Well, goodbye.
Goodbye.